But if you heard her husband, he said they was in the sex cult, right? Some Carbon Island thing. So what I'm gonna do right here also is her husband name is Gerald Goomba. Goomba is his nickname, Goomba. But he did an interview with Sean Davies. So I'm gonna play that so y'all can get a better perspective of who this guy Solar is and how long they knew him and all this information. Right?
I'm just coming at you sideways, just recording a conversation, and people, you have no idea. So that you're on the line right now. I'm live. I told you that prior, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that. So I'm doing a live right now, and it's called "Is Solar Having the Police Arrest Jaguar Wright's Husband for Altercation?" So I let you know that I spoke to Solar this morning, and Solar, in so many words, he wasn't saying that he is pressing charges, but he did state that he will leave it up to Jaguar. How do you feel about that? So he's basically saying if Jaguar gives him the go, then he will press charges.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very.
Okay.
So he's basically leaving it up to your wife.
Okay. Yeah, that demon that put spells in my wife's ear. Okay.
Hmm.
I told him to leave my wife alone. I told
Yeah,
him to leave my family alone because I felt the energy shift.
absolutely.
And
So,
I'm in tune with God.
absolutely.
I'm in tune with the Most High, and I listen to the Most High. The Most High told me to watch. And as he had said, I didn't like to pray. Right.
Right.
My mother-in-law asked me that. She said, "Why didn't you pray?" I said, "Because I had to hear his prayers and hear where they come from." She said, "Boy, that's good." Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what God calls discernment.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So I listen to the Most High. I don't listen to these other entities.
Yeah. Well, you two had a conversation, you and Solar, last night on the Official King Pain. Was Solar stating that he's leaving this up to your wife, if to Jaguar Wright, if he's going to press charges? This means he plans on sticking around. How is that going to go?
I have I have friends and family in law enforcement.
Hmm.
My background is in military and law enforcement as well. You can stick around, sir, but if you harass anybody in my family, including my wife, we understood by the laws. Some things can happen by the law.
Absolutely. You're right.
And we are Texas residents.
Mhm.
I've been a Texas resident all my life. A resident all my life. Sir, you're a nomad. That means that you are a drifter. You are a tumbleweed. And we
Absolutely.
all know what happens when an ember touches a tumbleweed. It becomes a burning bush that can't speak until it's produced into ashes
Hmm.
and spread across the sands, and spread across the dirt, and spread across the soil to where it's no more. So I'm asking all my prayer warriors who believe in the Most High to pray that every demonic entity, every demonic spirit that comes against my family, including my wife, Jaguar Wright Johnson, that Yahweh, Yeshua, covers us. As he promised, he would cover his righteous. We are under spiritual attack. There's no more physical attack, it's spiritual attack. The reason why I was physical, because I told that man, that little boy, who's only 25, to leave my family alone. Your demonic spells will not work here, sir. My God, that sits on high and looks low, sees everything, and everything works in his favor. And if you didn't know, the story is already fixed. And if you don't know the end, let me give you the end of the story. The devil will burn in hell with all people, entities, spirits, souls who have demonic, dark energy. Y'all gonna burn in hell forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no worries, because guess what? I know what the score is. You can tell me y'all winning, but at the end of the day, God wins. The devil loses. He dies.
Yes, Lord.
And everything that worships the devil and praises him, they die. It's in the word. I go by the word of God. I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. I'm saying it because I'm a true believer.
Correct. Absolutely. I just want to clarify for the chat. This is Goomba on the phone. Jaguar Wright's husband is who we are speaking with. So I asked you earlier, Goomba, about your wife's state. How have you spoke to anybody? Is she in jail or the hospital?
I'm not giving that information out
Okay,
for
that's
security
fine.
reasons.
Yes, completely fine.
All I can say is thank you for your prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your support. And if you want to support us, please cash app me at $THAMAJA. If you love the Johnsons, as you say you do, and if you support the righteous movements that we're moving in God, and you believe in a miracle, that God releases my wife of this demon possession, and that my wife gets the help that she truly deserves and needs.
Mm-hmm.
My wife has been through a lot, grieving her son's death, grieving the takeaway of Sam. She's still grieving that, even though Sam is here at home, happy, doing what this young man wants to do with his life. I have to reassure my son, nobody can take him away. He is a grown man. He can make his own decisions.
How is he doing? Is he doing okay?
My son is doing very well.
That's good.
He understands that his stepfather, who loves his mother and loves him and loves his grandmother, he knows what's true. As we know, last week, our son was baptized.
Mm-hmm.
God has given my son discernment. God is elevating his spiritual gifts. We have spiritual conversations. And I prove it with scripture, as we do in our family. So all the naysayers, all the demons, I cast you out right now in the name of Jesus. I cast you out in the name of Jesus. You return back to the pit of hell where you come from. I send you back to the source where you come from, never to return. In the name of the Most High, you will not take my family. You will not take me out. You will not destroy this family. For what God has put together, let no man set asunder. Demons, y'all want to play with me if you want to. I'm physically and spiritually awake, and I'm physically and spiritually strong.
Absolutely.
I'm a great warrior for God. I'm a general for God. Best believe I got soldiers.
So with you saying again, you're staying strong and with your religion and that you're going to protect your family, you are staying with Jaguar, correct? Y'all will stay married?
Sean, I love you. That's between me and my wife.
No,
That's
it
for
is.
nobody else to
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely. I respect that. I respect that. So how is your state since all of this has been going on? Like where are you mentally right now?
I was up for 24 hours yesterday. I only got a couple hours of sleep because I'm thinking and praying for my wife.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yes.
Mentally, where I'm at right now, I feel like I'm back in the war zone, Sean.
Mm.
Like I told Sweet my last night, I'm back in combat mode. And if anybody understands, if anybody has ever gone to theater, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, you'll never know.
Absolutely.
And it's not for us to explain what it is. Because if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't want to know. Trust me.
Hmm. So publicly, what went on with this situation? Is there anything you regret?
I regret. I regret allowing this. This. I regret being vulnerable
Hmm.
and allow my heart to do what it do. But I can't be mad at that. I regret meeting this nigga because the first time we met him, the word was, everybody following him. Well, why the hell is he here? And every
Absolutely.
time I would step away to go take care of business, you would have a secret conversation with my wife. I don't know what you shoo-shooing about. I don't know what spells you were whispering in my wife's ear.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So therefore, I can't protect my wife that way because you intervened. I'm not gonna call you out your name like you did me. I'm not gonna sit there and degrade you like you did me. I already told you what I told you. But boy, leave my family alone. And if you don't understand that, I will show you
Mm.
better than I can tell you, as my wife says.
Yeah. So what is your anger with him? Because I asked him that. I said, well, why do you think Gerald is angry with you? Why do you think Goomba has such a problem with you? And he says that there is no problem, but clearly there is.
I'm gonna tell you the problem, Sean. When a king speaks to a pawn, the pawn needs to move. The pawn is not going to backpedal, and become a king.
Absolutely.
I'm the king of this board.
Hmm.
You're a pawn, little boy.
Wow.
You're a shapeshifter. You're a demon. Who do you really pray to? Sheba? The pharaohs in Egypt? Remember what you told me, nigga, that doesn't make sense. You're a pharaoh of Lower and Upper Egypt. Nigga, you ain't even in Egypt, nigga.
Hmm. Did he speak a lot about religion around you?
He talked about the astrology charts that he can read. And like my friend said, if he's so good at astrology and he's so good at reading charts, he didn't read that part, you gonna beat his ass? I said, I guess not. I guess demons only excited about what they can destroy. Because the enemy comes with three things: to kill, steal, and destroy.
Hmm.
He tried to steal my wife from me. He tried to kill our relationship.
Yeah.
He tried to destroy me.
Wow.
But my God says, the righteous availeth much.
Mm.
And guess what? We all know the end of the story. We all know the scoreboard. God 1, devil 0.
Hmm. So I want to ask you this question because it's public. There is a
Mhm.
witness that's going around that states that she was there, and she states that a detective that was on the scene told her that you told them that this was because of an affair with your wife and Solar.
You said who?
So a detective allegedly told a witness that was there at the incident that occurred yesterday in Dallas that you told detectives that the altercation happened because you found out about an affair between your wife and Solar. Is that true?
No, it's not true. I never talked to a detective.
Okay.
I talked to an officer.
Hmm.
There was no detectives on scene.
Did you tell the officer that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Okay.
They said, do you know this dude? No, no, we really don't. They said that, he's her nephew. I said, how can somebody be a nephew only meeting them within 3 days? They looked at each other, started laughing. Yeah, you're right. That's weird. I said, also, he just came out of a sex cult. A what? I told them to go look up carbonation on the computers in their car. They did so. They was like, wow. Yeah. He needs to go away. And guess what? I also got some information for you to pass on to
Go right ahead.
that demon. Come around here if you want to, little boy. We have nice, fine jail cells here in these cities. Probably better than the ones you've been to before. I suggest that you leave Texas today.
Well, I will say this. He did say that and I'm just telling you what he told me. He said that he will be staying there until well, in Texas. I don't know exactly where, but he will be staying in Texas until Jag comes home from whatever situation she's in right now, so that he can make
He's
sure
not
that.
allowed to contact my wife, and if he contacts my wife, he will be under harassment charges and criminal trespassing.
Okay,
He's not allowed to speak to my wife, and
because he
that's by the police department as well.
well he's been stating that he's been talking to Jag's family.
He has not been talking to my family.
I'm just telling you. He said he's been talking to him every day, even today.
I just talked to my family, and they stated that this nigga has never called them since he left.
Okay.
You all
Absolutely.
believe the lies of this demon if y'all want to, and be a part of his love spell. I'm gonna tell you this, Sean.
Hmm.
No, I ain't gonna tell you that.
Okay.
Because I plead the fifth.
Okay, good. Good. Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if just in a scenario, Jack comes home, you guys deal with what you need to deal with. She still wants to have dealings with Solar. What does that look like?
It's not gonna happen because under the police order, that's not going to happen.
Hmm.
And when my wife comes out of this possession and she sees what actually happened, we don't know what the Most High will inform my wife what to do next.
Hmm. So
I can't tell you
do
that.
you feel it
I'm
was
not the
the
Most High.
do you feel it was the witches at the restaurant, or do you feel
I
that it
feel it
was
was the witches chanting, and I feel it was him whispering a spell to her.
okay?
Every time that I'm away from my wife and those two niggas are together, she's totally weird.
Yeah.
I notice it's not my wife. Matter of fact, let me give you a heads up. When my wife first got to the barbershop, I told my wife, please calm down. Please let us go to the back and talk as adults. She came in possessed, brother. Came at me, told me, nigga, I'm going to kill you.
Mm.
And I said, the devil is a lie. When I went to approach my wife, I looked her dead in the eyes. When I looked in her eyes, our third eye chakra magnetized and it touched. So our foreheads are together. And I'm looking at my wife deep into her soul. And I see this and I hear this in my wife. Through her eyes, help me, baby, help me. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Help me.
that's so sad.
And her eyes told me that. I've been with my wife for 4 years. I think I should know my wife, right?
Yeah.
And how spiritually we are. She said that to me through her soul. And when she completed that, her eyes glazed over and the demon took over again and said it was going to kill me.
Mm.
He called me a bitch ass nigga and said, it's going to kill me. I cast it out. When I cast it out in the name of Jesus, she turned around and started walking out the shop. I got so upset, this nigga got to go. Now, I warned him, do not fuck with my family. You fuck with my family, my soldier intuition is going to go up because now I have to protect my unit. You are up, sir.
Now y'all believe me when I say that I could tell that she was possessed. Like I seen a demon. Like she was hanging with witches at the restaurant. The son tells the same story. He said, yo, these ladies was at the restaurant with my mother and they kept chanting something and they was making my mother chant something. I don't know what they was saying, but they kept chanting something with my mother and had my mother kept repeating it. That's the same thing the father's telling right now, right? So I tell you, I got this spiritual gift. I don't know what else, but when I was telling y'all, yo, it was a demon. Like I'm telling you, she was like caught in between realms, and a motherfucking demon then took over her body. People was laughing and joking and everything, but a lot of y'all seen it and y'all heard it in the car. Now, what's the chances of this dude telling the story that she was with some witches and they was witch? And not only do he say it, if the son says the same thing. I'm getting ready to play that next. His mother was around some ladies and they was chanting, and they in Louisiana. If you know anything about Louisiana, so like I said, what is the chances that her husband's telling his story or calling this dude a demon? This is before we ain't heard none of this. I ain't heard none of them say none of this. I don't know this dude and everything. I'm just telling you what I saw spiritually and what I saw her come out of it. So what is the chances that they keep calling this person a demon and they dealing with witches and they doing chants and this, that, and other? How would I know that? I didn't know that. I'm actually hearing this for the first time right here.
Absolutely. So why do you feel that because he stated that he took your job as an assistant? Is that true?
Sir, you can't take a job that you haven't signed up for. You can't take a job that you haven't signed a contract for. I'm 50% of Philadelphia Productions. My wife is the other half. We have an agreement within each other as partners that any intern, anybody who comes and works for Philadelphia, has to sign an intern agreement. He has not signed one, so therefore, by law, he is not a part of my company.
Absolutely.
And until he does so, he has no say-so about my wife, me, my family, or this company. So therefore, you can't move nobody out the way, little nigga.
Ooh, I heard that. Do you feel that's what
Just
he
like
was
my
trying to
wife
do?
said, I have to go through her to get to you. Guess what? You got to go through me to get to the company.
Yeah. Do you feel that Solar was trying to remove you from your wife and company?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I believe he was trying to put spells on my wife that he did. He did so to turn my wife. As everyone knows, from the Sean Davy Way interview that we both did, from the breakfast bacon, egg, and cheese a podcast that we did, everybody's seen our spirit. Everybody understand what we were going through. Everybody start to see the mending of the broken hearts, the mending of the abuse, the mending of everything that goes on in our relationship that we're fixing. Everybody's seen that.
Yeah.
As soon as this demon comes around in our midst, what happened? It started to crumble.
It did seem like you guys were fine until, well, at least if you were having trouble, which is normal in a marriage, it seemed like you were tolerating it, like you were dealing with it.
It wasn't up to this part.
Right.
I have never heard my wife say she was going to kill me this many times.
Mm-hmm.
And I understood that wasn't my wife. Did that little nigga tell you that how she assaulted me in front of friends?
No, what happened?
And said brother. Oh, brother. I'm talking about both palms open and just smack out all on my face.
Wow.
Everybody went to go detain me as if I was going to react. I told everybody, I'm fine. That's not my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go outside and pray.
Well, he swears that you are just so abusive towards her.
How you going to tell me I'm abusive, nigga? You only been around for 2 days.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You see a husband talking to his wife, and you see a wife talking to his husband. You shouldn't be able to say shit, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This is not your relationship. Matter of fact, you got 4 wives. Where your wives? Where are your wives, nigga? Why ain't you there with them, nigga? Why are you trying to get other people's wives, nigga? Why did you tell me that you're a human smuggler, nigga? When Nature Boy got locked up, you were responsible for moving 70 people across borders, nigga, with no passports? You're a human smuggler, nigga. I don't think you want to talk to the police, because when they find that shit out, you might get locked up for good. You might be in there with Nature Boy. So you might want to mind your tongue, little boy.
Wow.
Remember, I told you I have higher ups in the law enforcement community in my county.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, in my state, nigga. This is my state. You are a guest in my state, and we kick guests out when they do bad to our own quickly.
Yeah. Solar says
our
that you were.
Our motto in Texas is don't mess with Texas, nigga. And you messing with Texas right now.
Absolutely. Solar says that he was around for about 2 weeks. Within that 2 weeks, he said that y'all
That nigga was not around for no damn 2 weeks. Nigga, we only met you 3 times. So if you was around 2 weeks, you must have been on the road doing something else, nigga. You wasn't around us.
Oh, interesting.
I have no reason to lie. I'm not gaining anything out of lying, nigga.
So you saw him here and there over a 2-week period?
We knew within a 2-week period that he was on his way.
Oh, okay.
When we did the podcast last week, that was the first outing we ever had. Matter of fact, that was the second meeting that we seen each other. The third time we met each other is when we went to Shreveport together, when I told my wife, no, I don't want him to come with us. There's something about him I don't like. My wife started to fight with me. I said, you know what, love? I love you so much, I'm not going to fight with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you to understand, you need to watch and pray.
Yeah.
Until this demon started whispering these love spells. Oh, speaking about love spells, Sean, not yet. I said I wasn't going to talk about that. Sure did. Shut up, Gerald.
So again, there was nothing from what you know, there was nothing romantic going on between the two?
It couldn't be. I was always there, brother. If I wasn't gone for fucking 2 or 3 minutes, tops.
Okay, but hold on though, because there was a live that King Payne did with them that started all this off on IG. They were alone.
The only reason why they were alone is because they left here.
Mm-hmm.
unless they fucked in a car,
Ooh.
which I truly doubt.
Ooh. Ooh.
Due to my wife's back, we don't even fuck in the car, nigga. And I'm her husband. I know how to fold my wife up. I know how my wife's body works because we are one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me nothing about mine, little nigga. You only been around for 2 weeks. Guess what? I've been around for 4 years. I think my time trumps yours by any means.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm advise you to get your little green duffel bag, your gold backpack with all your so-called valuables. Who knows? That might be where you keep all your spell rituals and everything in your bag, nigga. Because you always taking that shit with you. Is that the valuable shit that you have in your bag? Because you don't have any money. I bought everything. Remember, you told everybody I bought everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or you gonna backtrack about that and say I'm lying when everybody can go run that tape back.
Wow.
Stop putting them little glittery ass stickers on your teeth, little bitch. Men don't do that. Real men don't do that, little nigga. Talking that shit fall out your mouth like you fucking retarded.
Ooh.
Like you losing dentures or something. Like your fix didn't work.
So while
you 25? Come on, boy.
He's 27, isn't he?
I don't give a fuck what he is. He's a young punk.
So you
respect your elders, boy. I'm your elder, nigga.
Your anger with him is because of him coming around disrespecting you and your situation with your wife.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You putting your nose in business that ain't yours. So therefore, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm gonna teach you how to mind your business, little boy. I'm gonna teach you to stay in a child's place and leave adults in adults' place. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Since you got 4 wives and a baby on the way, don't you think your bitch ass should be there?
Mm-hmm. True.
Or are you gonna beat the baby out of this one? You beat the baby out of the last one.
Lord.
Oh, so what you talk about me being abusive? You really talking about yourself? Ain't that what demons do? Demons mock. So when I see you, demon, I'm gonna cast you out in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna lay hands on you. I'm gonna lay my anointed hands on you and cast that demon out of you, boy.
Absolutely. So with you and you stating that you
don't make me come to La Quinta Inn on DeSoto on 35, little nigga.
He's not there. I don't know where he is, but he's not there.
Oh,
yeah,
he left? Okay.
Yeah, he left.
We'll talk about that later, Sean.
Yes, we will. So do you feel, besides the love spells and stuff, that he may have done something else, like because they drank a lot? So was it the alcohol? Maybe he passed her something. Do you think it could have been
As
anything
we know,
like that?
as spiritual people, alcohol opens up a portal within our soul. Alcohol does something to our senses, which makes us more vulnerable for spirits to interact. My wife asked me, baby, you know I'm drinking right now, but I need to stop. Could you help me with that? Yes, my love. Every time we would go to the bar, we would get a drink, a cocktail, understandable. When I noticed she wants 2 or 3 of them, I say, babe, remember you told me to ask you to help you, right? I don't think that's as wise. When this thing was around, she would get upset. You can't tell her towards no. You can't tell her no. Nigga, it's my wife. I can tell my wife no if I feel like it's endangering her.
So he would tell you to say yes all the time?
Huh?
So he would tell you to basically do whatever she says?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
To be a yes man. Like I'm her sister, like I'm some fucking peon. Once again, boy, I'm the king of this household. That's mine.
Well, with him being in carbonation, I think that he has a mindset that way because that's how they were for Nature Boy. When Nature Boy said
he needs to go somewhere and get deprogrammed before you are out in this fucking public.
Yeah.
Because you're still using the same manipulation techniques that you learned. You're still using the love spells that you learned. As I also understand, if you go back and look at the Nature Boy and the carbonation things, situations when they were getting locked up, they were saying the love spells. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's a manipulation tactic and it's a spell to get you off of the things that you need to do and take care of yourself. as we all seen about my wife. My wife has never done things that she's done with Giovanni's actions that I've seen.
Yeah. How did that make you feel?
That my wife is being possessed and I can't help her. She's not listening to me. And it hurts me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to hurt him, to get him away from here, get him away from my family. You're not going to manipulate anybody else around me, nigga. You're not going to manipulate people in my city, nigga. The only reason why Velvet called you back because she seen that you was hanging with us. What do you think this is? You think it's a takeover? You gonna take me out and bring Velvet in so she can take my wife out, nigga? You a op, boy.
Mm.
The security threat is on red, boy. I'm the head security. I'm the head protector, nigga. You couldn't protect yourself against me. So how are you gonna protect my wife? You need to leave the state of Texas immediately. Stop playing these games, little boy. You have not contacted my wife. You are not allowed to contact my wife, little boy. I made sure of that. Your name is not on any of my documents. You need to leave my family alone.
Wow.
I got many praise from other brothers who said, sir, you done the exact thing that you should have done. Because if it was me, I'm protecting my family to the last breath. And I said, thank you, brothers. You understand, so I'm not crazy.
Right. So that was your way of being protective over your family and what happened.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean.
Absolutely. I can see that. I can see that.
Because if I didn't do that, don't you think I'd be a simp like that bitch ass nigga?
Well, I mean,
who's protecting his 4 wives and his 3 kids, and the 4th one on the way? I think Velvet should have stabbed you in the stomach and devoured you.
Oh Lord.
I think Velvet did see that demon. That's why she kicked you out the house the way she did. And the only reason why she's coming back because you're getting popular now and you're hanging around with upper echelon. You're hanging around the righteous. You're trying to look righteous, boy, when you're a whole damn demon. Guess what? We exposed that ass, boy. Guess what? I know the reason why my wife said she wants you to go so we can sniff you out to find out the snake that you fucking are, little nigga.
So your wife did state, Jaguar, she did state that she wanted Solar to leave.
When?
Just because you said that your wife said that she wanted him to go away.
No, I stated that she wanted him to come along so we can sniff out what it really is about this nigga.
Okay.
That's why they argued with my wife, because when I said no, she said to me, what you mean no?
Mm-hmm.
I understood why she said that. Why? Because I've been married to her. I've been married to her for 4 years. I think I know my wife. When my wife is sending me subliminal messages, baby, stay on your toes. Stay prayed up. We are vulnerable. Let's see who this nigga really is. Let's treat him like we would treat anybody else in our family.
Wow.
Boy, you just got played like a fucking fiddle.
Oh, so you feel like y'all know what y'all were doing the whole time?
Once I realized what my wife was doing, yes, I realized that. We have a secret way of communicating because that's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
We know, anyways, yeah. God always puts us in a test to have a testimony. This is going to be a great testimony, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great testimony when my wife speaks out again. And for those who want to sit there trying to put this foul ass stuff on here, you know, when she comes out, she's going to be slow. She's going to be, the devil is a lie. And I rebuke every foul thing that is said against my family, my wife, and myself. That it be sent back to the pit of hell from which it comes. Never to return and touch my family ever again, because we are wrapped in the Most High's love and protection.
Right.
I got the whole armor of God on, little boy. Not just pieces. The whole armor with your little tinfoil suit that you got.
not tinfoil. So, your friend, well, your ex friend, I should say, an associate,
It's no
and
friend at all.
well, I'm talking about Nosy Ho.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So Nosy Ho, somebody that used to be,
My
with,
sister, family,
yes,
yes.
absolutely. Shout out to Nosy Ho. I don't have a problem with her. I love her.
Yeah, I understand.
She stated some things, and she's alluding to the fact that it's a possibility that maybe your wife may have been on substances involving Schno Schnane. Do you know anything about that?
There's no such thing as that, sir.
Okay.
I've been with my wife 4 years. We have never touched no snake.
Okay. So no, so to anybody that's saying that Gerald Goomba himself, her husband, is stating no, that's not true. None of that is going on around them. So the question
Do I need
has
to take
been
a
asked.
polygraph?
So stop
Matter of
asking.
fact, y'all go do your tarot card reading. Ask the Most High to enlighten you if I'm telling you the truth or not. If y'all
Mhm.
don't believe me,
Okay, I had enough of this guy. He made it clear they knew the dude for 2 days, 2 weeks, saw him 3 times rather. He ain't really saying nothing. I'm gonna get into the joint, but like I said, as the son, as the husband, they co-sign the fact that some type of this is a spirituality thing, and that she was possessed by some demon. I think he took a shot at me too when he was like, "Yeah, some niggas out here talking about when she come out, she gonna be slow." We rebuke that. I rebuke it too, but you can't rebuke them drugs that they gonna pump her with. Uh, that's just a fact. I'm not being mean or anything like that when I say that, but you know, it's like the dude that from the neighborhood that's mad wild that go to jail and then he come home and he's just a little bit sluggish because he was in the jail wilding out, and they put enough drugs in him to slow him down. So, you know, no disrespect when I say that, but so here, matter of fact, before I go to the son, this is the dude Solar. He spoke to Sean before he spoke to the husband. And listen how he talked. He said they only knew this dude for 2 weeks and they seen him 3 times, right? Listen how he's talking. People's bugged out here. And I'm using this under fair use as well. As you can see the thing right there. Y'all can hear me? No sound. Can y'all hear me? Hello. Hello. Y'all can hear me, right? All right. All right. Thank you.
In a relationship.
Town, because once after all that happened, all the police town, because once after all that happened, all the police left. And I'm sitting there with like $10,000 worth of equipment on my back, and a bunch of a barbershop full of niggas who think that I'm evil because this nigga Gerald got them all wrapped around his finger. So ultimately, I had to switch. I was gonna go to a friend's house, maybe another friend's house. I had to completely switch to just go to a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to put nobody else in danger. I want to go find where she's at. I see the place to sit down. But now they about to kick me out this fucking hotel. So I'm motherfucking short $100 because I had to spend over $100 today on Ubers shit. Because this motherfucker. So
why are they kicking you out the hotel?
Excuse me?
Why are they kicking you out of the hotel?
Because I'm in the lobby.
Okay, so you're going to get her out. Are you and Jaguar in a relationship?
Hold on. You gotta ask me. I know you're interviewing now, so can you ask me relevant questions and I'll pull up properly?
First of all, I am not interviewing you. Gross.
Oh, what's that? What's that echo then?
What do you mean?
Loud echo.
What do you mean a loud echo? Why are you worried about? Why come you worried about echo? I said. So what's going on? Anybody recording?
No, I trust you though. You can say you're not. I trust you.
I'm not. Like I'm not.
Okay. And even if you did, as a matter of fact, go ahead and record it. Yeah,
Okay, Solar, back to what I was saying, back to the discussion at hand. So with you overstepping, are you and Jaguar dating?
no, not at all. That's my auntie. I'm more work for her than anything. Like we do paperwork if we need to.
You don't feel like you're coming in between her and her husband?
Fuck. No, see that's where you have to go watch the live I just did. Or we could talk about it on your platform later. I want to like to be in like a room where I can like charge my phone. Like this dude, like he about to kick me out the hotel. Like, no, you're fine. Like, come here, please, real quick. Tell him, like, see, he don't want. He's like, no, I'm good. He's trying to kick me out right now. So,
God, nobody likes you.
no, it's not nobody likes me. It's that I will give up a lot for who I love.
So this situation with you and Gerald, what is your problem with Gerald?
I don't have a problem with Gerald. My only problem with Gerald is Gerald. Gerald is the only issue in existence. Everybody else is good. Everything is good. We're all moving. We're all working. We're trying to not say this nigga's name. We're trying to not look at him. We're trying to not focus on him. We don't want to smell him. We don't want to hear him. We don't want to think about it. Because if we do, it's connected to all the bullshit that he does 24/7 behind closed doors. This woman is being tortured, bro, by like damn near the devil himself. And I literally. Like, oh my God, bro. I know how certain people feel like when they say that to people now. It's like this nigga is literally pure evil and he's relishing in it.
So you think, do you have any proof of this? Do you have any proof, or it's just things that Jack has told you?
Well, I can show you me.
Come on, y'all. Cut it out. Y'all know there ain't no goddamn Jaguar. Stop playing.
I can show you my scars. I can show you her scars.
What you talking about? Your scars from today?
I mean, yeah. But I mean, the other thing is, I could have had way more. The only reason is because I choose not to intervene too many times when Jaguar and him are going at it, because Jag's strong. So, you don't really just want to jump in there every time. So it's like, I let it play out, and bro always get out of pocket, like in some way, shape, or form, to where I have to like live on the edge of my seat when they're together, because I never know when I might have to knock a gun up, kick a gun out of his hand. You know how many times I've simulated like snatching the gun when he's not looking, getting out the car, walking around the car, and just taking it out, taking the safety off, making sure I'm straight, cocking it back, and then escorting him out the car, telling him to stay on the street. He tries something, shoot his ass in the foot, and then me and Jag drive off. You know how many times I've thought about doing that? Not because I don't like him, not because I like Jag, because it's wrong. And somebody's gonna die.
And you know that for a fact.
Well, I mean, if you're a military personnel pulling out your personal firearm, take the safety off, let everybody know that there's one in the chamber, and then point it at their face, and then point it at your guest's face, mine. Yeah, you kind of remember those things.
So you don't feel that it was justified with him beating you up today?
Well, he did it, number one. I just hugged him the whole time. I hugged, and I was whispering, I was telling him, like, I love you. We're your family. I love you. We're here together. We'll never leave you. I love you, bro. You need help. Let's get some help. Let's get some help. I love you. That's the whole vibe. We don't fight him.
Oh, hold on one second. So that was you saying that on the ground? You were saying that on the ground, I love you?
We don't ignore him. What we literally do is do the best that we can to let him know that he always.
Who is we?
That we love him. His family. That's me. His family. Jag's not the only one going through it.
Oh my God. So you're his family now too?
Well, Jag's my auntie.
Why is it's not clearly you two are the only one that view it that way, because you know, if Gerald wants to fight you, it's not because you're his nephew, it's because you're trying to be something else.
No, he says that. He'll even say that because he didn't have a great bond. He's cried on my shoulders. I've held him and hugged him, and I've guided him through certain things in the small amount of time that I've known.
He used to say, he held him and hugged him. He said he cried in his arms. He said he cried in my arms. I held him and hugged him. This man talking about he seen this man 3 times in his life. Yo, this is comedy.
Yes, I've helped him with many things. We've talked about many things. Actually, I've probably given him way more than he's ever given me. I definitely was there for him way more than he's ever been there for me. So ultimately, for me, it's not any give or take transaction with me and G. With me and him, it's like build until he uses a different personality. There's like, who is that? He'll literally like yell at me the same way he yells at her. Like it's like to the point where it's like he's a vet, like he's been traumatized and this and that. And we use that for so long until now it's like gunplay, bro. It's like 24/7. He's walking around with his gun, swinging his gun around like 24/7. It's getting weird. It's getting fucking weird.
Well, you don't think he's doing that because you're around?
It's a deterrent. No, it's not me. Stop blaming me because he was doing this years.
I'm not blaming you. That's what he's doing.
That's just in general. This had nothing to do with me. I'm just a nigga who was there for the shit.
But that's weird again, because he didn't attack Jaguar today. He allegedly attacked you.
Well, allegedly, I was there. I could talk to you about it later. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Somebody ain't rap tight in this situation, dog. He talking about this man like he known him for years. Come on, 2 weeks, use around him 3 days. It's better off when you hear from the son. Let me play the son's interview.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderfully right now.
Oh.
And before I get into this, once again, I'm using this under fair use, right? And I'm going to ask you, because a lot of y'all probably came in late, right? So if you came in late, You see how y'all comment on Solar, y'all comment on the ex-husband, and you crack jokes. The son is autistic. So keep your jokes to yourself. If not, I'm going to block you. All right? It ain't no timeout. It's a straight block. All right? Her son is autistic, so don't keep your jokes to yourself. Just get the information.
All right, that sounds so good. So all of this stuff going on, and you are, just to verify for the people that are listening, who you are to Jaguar Wright.
Yes, I am her. I am her son. I'm. I am her son.
Correct.
Her second son, the only one, the living one.
Okay. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining me. You reached out because you wanted to chat.
Yes, I like the chat on because I got in a whole because now I've gotten a whole view about what's been going on.
Hmm. Absolutely. And in your mindset, what do you feel is going on?
To me, how uh, to me, I was confused about what had been happening it because this is out of the blue and unordinary.
Hmm.
However, thanks to thanks to me, thanks to thank goodness for thank goodness for last Saturday. Well, not yesterday, but Saturday. Last Saturday, I was baptized,
Hmm.
and after taking a look at this, after taking a look at everything else from what I've seen from my perspective, and finally get a word from what had happened on across the entirety of last week with Daryl, with my stepdad,
Hmm.
I now have the whole picture. To put it simply, and the only way I could best describe this entire situation is religiously. So anybody who happens to be an atheist, sorry, but the way I see the situation, a demon was trying to. A demon had been attempting to possess my mother and take over her and lure her into her death.
Hmm.
And there's only one person who I could possibly think of that has been around my mother for long enough and at the right time period who is capable of doing this.
And who do you think that is?
I don't know his full name, but I do know a name that he goes by.
Hmm.
His name is Solar.
Okay.
Solar, me and my grandmom, we only seen him for roughly 2 days. Well, really, not even for the length of a full day, really.
Hmm.
We saw him. We saw him early in the morning, around like 1 o'clock a Saturday, and then later on in the afternoon after church.
Yeah.
That was the only times we've seen him. And through that time, things were. I got connected with him, and he had a very good interest in my arts and what I'd like and the stuff that I'd like to make as make in my future and what I want to do.
Okay. So he took a liking to you and you took a liking to
Yeah,
him right away?
he did. However, inside, there was something that latched with me that made me start to doubt him a little bit.
Hmm.
And that's in the midst of our conversations. One there was one in which he'd bring up how he was sort of interested around NFTs.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not sure if you know, but NFTs amidst the broader demographic of the public who knows of what NFTs are, and especially those within the gaming community, which I like to associate myself with. despise them.
Okay.
So for someone as interested in gaming as roughly around the same length as me, that made me a little bit skeptical. But there was no way I could have gone off just that for doubt. I was gonna have to pick up stuff later on. However, it wasn't until finally this morning that I talked to my stepdad to know exactly what happened on his and mom's trip, business trip last week.
Okay.
So from what I hear, this entire thing started after they were after they went to a restaurant in Louisiana that me and my mom went to a lot in the past to celebrate a break of 1 million views and all the people getting on board with the company.
Yeah.
And from there, stepdad told me all that was what had gone on board. And from what I hear, and I'm willing to not doubt in the supernatural. Either Solar or two other people who were there at the restaurant who were on their way out. There was some chanting that was going on between them, and they'd attempted to effectively take a hold of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And all throughout their way back, my mother started harshly speaking to Gerald in a way that she wouldn't at any time in the past. She was being a lot more aggressive, a lot more assertive,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more demanding of stuff that she wants, despite having to be somewhere at a specific time or coming back to the house so that me and my mom me and my grandmom could finally be taking could be looked out for, see it's stuff that we need.
Mm-hmm.
And all the while, Solar was acting very weirdly too. All that was going on, he was almost as if he practically loomed around with him.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like an imp looming behind a potential host.
So you felt that he was definitely energy draining your mother in some way, shape, or form?
I wouldn't say energy draining, but more or less invading.
Okay.
Her.
Invading. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. There was one point in particular on the countryside in Dallas when they had pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a lot of people talking about Gerald pulling out a gun towards my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't true. The part about the gun, he did indeed pull out the gun that he had for self-defense with only one in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
He aimed it at himself.
Oh Lord.
And submitted to my mom's demand that if she was true about wanting to kill him,
mm-hmm.
then do it.
Wow.
But my mom wasn't grabbing the gun.
Wow.
And when her arm and hand were reaching out for it, she got herself out of the car immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
That
I'm
is
so
completely
sorry.
abnormal.
I'm sorry, buddy, that you have to go through these things. I hope you're okay. I really do.
I know it's a lot, but
It is.
I've been through a lot my whole life.
Yeah.
I've come to endure the pain and move on with the day.
Yeah.
So yeah. All the while, so my mother is acting completely abnormally, and Solar is always trying to be around her.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird and suspicious that we don't even know Solar for all that long, like not even a whole month. And like I said earlier, for both me and my grandma, we don't even know him for a full week.
Yeah.
And he's doing all of this, being this close to my mother.
Absolutely.
He is going far beyond his boundaries.
Yeah.
And then I hear some parts about his past. If I had the time to do so, I would maybe try to look up some extra stuff about him. I'm not sure where to start looking at first, but if I had the time and knowledge, I would have looked into it. But from I hear, the man was already married 4 times to 4 other women.
Yeah.
And he didn't treat them all that nice either.
He did not.
And one of them, into one of those wives, suffered so much punishment that it killed the poor baby that she would have given birth to.
Mm.
That poor child,
yes,
whose life was snuffed out before they could see the light. I don't care who you are or what you identify as. No sane person would dare harm a mother, especially when they are about to have a child who's about to be born into this world.
Yeah.
That is outright insidious.
It is.
And to think that this insidious, wife-abusing sex addict dares to try to lump himself with us and call himself a member of our family or an assistant to the company.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 things that I will say to you and everyone else about how I feel about that. You didn't sign any papers about being an intern to the company or being any form of assistant. So you're not even officially in at all. You're just making up claims, and you wanted to stick on just to drain some money, like Nosferatu trying to drink some blood for some food.
Mm-hmm.
And as for the claims of being trying to be a part of a family and move in, that has to be the biggest insult to me that I have ever heard in my life. I love all of my family members equally. And even to those who I speak up against the most about the things that they've done in their past or what they're doing in the present. For as much as I have badmouthed about some of the things that my father has chosen to done in the past, I still love him. I still love each of the members of my family on the Oldham side or anyone else connected to them. They're so my family.
Sweet. That is so sweet.
And as a Christian, I'm pretty sure one of the things that we also know alongside the commandments, hate the sin, not the sinner.
Okay, you just preaching a word. That's a word.
And for all of the bad things that I've come to know about some members of my family and how we've been mentally changed over the years, no matter what side, right, Odom, or anyone else in between, not one of them do I know think that it is okay to do any of the things he's done in his whole life right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think you can lump yourself in and connect yourself with me and my family, I got 2 words for you. And as much as I'd like to be nice, gloves are off. Everyone strap in. Because I got a loaded SMG and an assault rifle of words, and I ain't gonna stop firing once I start.
All right now.
Piss off. You think you can lump yourself in with us and be as close with my mother as you were in the past couple of days? Knowing all the things she's been through in her life and how much she's had to sacrifice to keep me happy,
Mm-hmm.
to protect me from what I think was wrong. You take the heart of a kind soul, selfless enough to care for others and wanting to help them. And you take advantage of that sweet person for your greed, for your pleasure.
Wow.
No, you don't. I'm not one for violence, and I'm not one to rely on violent means to get things across. But despite that, I will not roll over and accept what he's done and thinks he can get away with. Hell to the no. All things be damned, this man is insidious.
Absolutely.
Fuck him.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, going a step up, take a big black onyx hammer and ram that up the crevice of that dirt, of those dirt mounds that he has above his legs.
Mm.
And carry you straight. Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Unforgivable.
Yeah,
What he's done.
absolutely. Yes. I think it's very brave of you to protect your mother. Regardless of the things that you've been through in your life with her, you know her heart and you know she's always meant well. So I really appreciate you being, again, extremely brave because it takes a very brave soul to do what you are doing, to overlook the bad because you see that there's so much more good. So again, I appreciate you stating that that you are here for your mother, that you are in defense of your mother, and you realize what Solar has came around and the energy, like you said, invading her and making these things happen because, like you said, these things are not ordinary that have been happening as of recently with your mother, correct?
Correct. No way on any normal circumstance would she even think of spreading around the ashes of my brother
Mm-hmm.
like she did last night.
Absolutely. How did that make you feel?
I heard of that from one of my aunts.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard of that, I could know in my heart that something was horribly wrong. Because she would never do this.
Yeah.
And now that I have the word, I know she didn't do that of her own volition or of any form of deteriorating mental health. She did that because a demon was right there to guide her hands.
Yeah.
And her poor body.
Absolutely. Wow. That is heavy. So you have no relationship with Solar. He's been stating that he's been speaking to you and your grandmother as of recently. Is that true?
Oh, he hasn't called me at all today.
Okay.
The only time we've called in the entirety of my life was yesterday.
Okay. And you had certain words for him, correct?
Yes. Solar, if you somehow see this, this is coming from a man, not a boy, a man,
A grown man.
a grown man who takes everything into account and judges accordingly. I am not biased to one side or another. Get help.
Absolutely.
Keep your hands and whatever demon that has possessed you away from my mother. Don't you dare slander my stepfather, who I have come to trust over the past 4 to 5 years. And if you dare try to step foot on this premises that I, for right now, call a home, and try to burrow into our lives again, and try to pull the same shit you did yesterday on the holy day where the Lord rested and blessed the Sabbath day and followed it, you are going to be reported on to the authorities. Something that I normally consider as a last resort, this is a last resort. You took advantage of an innocent heart and want to exploit it for all it's worth. May God forgive you and may God forgive you and find some way to purge the demon that has taken you. It is not in my hands to judge, but from one man to another, what you've done is criminal, and you deserve rehabilitation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. So how are you and your stepdad? Are you guys okay?
Yes, the both of us, we're like friends and family. I'm there for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know you can't say too much about your mom, but for what you can say, is she doing okay?
Yes,
Okay.
she's getting the help. She's getting the help she needs, and once she leaves the hospital, she'll be even better than she was going in.
Absolutely.
All of this, all of this happening and now will soon be in the past.
Yes.
And what is in the past, we keep it there and we don't let us drag us.
Absolutely. You're a very intelligent young man.
Thank you.
Very intelligent. And you are over the age of 21, correct?
No, I'm still 20.
20, my fault. I didn't mean to say over. 21. Sorry. 21, you'll be 21 this year.
Yes, I will.
Correct. So I just wanted to let the viewers know because you have a young voice. So I don't want them to think that I was on the phone with a minor because I would never do that. So yeah, but you are a very intelligent young man. I wanted to say, so last weekend when you went and got baptized, you were with your mother, correct?
Yes, I was with my mother, I was with my stepdad, I was with my grandmother.
Hmm. So when you got baptized, how was your mom's mood? How was she?
She was more than happy to know that I was going through with this and of my own volition too. And after I went into the water, once I went in, she didn't just see me coming out of the water. She saw my brother too.
Wow.
And I know how I felt while I was going in that water and coming out. And I think I can believe that my bro was there with me as I was going in, inside. I know that my brother was forced to go down quite a dark path, and unfortunately his life ended more early before he can do any brilliance.
Yeah, rest in
But
peace.
I know that deep down, he was a good guy trying to make his name in this world and be remembered for it.
Well, with amazing people like you will always keep his memory alive, just like your mother and your stepfather and the rest of your family. So, just like he was so much loved, you are too. And again, you're very brave for coming forward. And again, you wanted to come and speak to me yourself. I would never, and
Yeah.
like you said earlier, invade you. I would never involve you in anything that I feel that you have nothing to do with. You wanted to speak at your own request, correct?
That is indeed correct.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that for the people. So, with you getting baptized and with your mom, and you guys are having this amazing moment, when exactly did Solar come into your life?
He came into my life roughly. I'm trying to point down a like specific time, like maybe around like 1:50 or 2 o'clock in the morning of Saturday, yesterday. That was the first time I ever been known to his existence.
Okay. So, with him calling you your mom family and calling you family and saying that he loves your mother, did he ever say anything like that to you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I think he might have been saying those things. I think he might have been saying those things lightly to me. Perhaps I'm trying to remember, but I don't exactly have that much of a memory to fully remember our conversation because we were just kind of splurging on some stuff, on some of the stuff that I had ideas for.
Yeah.
But I think he might have done that to try to do that with me, but that didn't affect me all that much.
Yeah. Okay. So with him coming in saying certain things like that to you, do you feel like he was trying to replace your stepfather?
Knowing this, I'm I have a very high feeling that he was trying to. I mean, remember some of the stuff that I said and some of the stuff that he's been saying online.
Yeah.
He's been trying to pin all he's been trying to pin some of his wrongdoings onto Gerald. And for clarification, that's something I know one of the big villains of a video game called Persona 5 had in its narrative. And it's a work of fiction.
Yes.
Anything that happens in fiction that is reflected into reality is horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Especially if such a thing is morally reprehensible.
Wow. So you never had any conversation with him about your stepfather doing anything to your mom or
No.
you okay.
He never had that conversation with me.
Okay.
Most likely trying to hide it from me.
Yeah. Absolutely. So with him, like you said, invading your mother, were you surprised when you heard that there was a situation?
I was I was a little bit surprised, but not surprised in like, wait, he actually did that? I was surprised in wait. So this thing because I always had the feeling that there were demons around who were trying to to separate us as a family and take us down one by one.
Mm-hmm.
But to know that it actually happened, it was more of a, oh, so it actually was happening in real time.
Yeah.
And after being baptized and the whole debacle that happened at 5 o'clock when the police had come to this apartment, I am not doubting the spiritual. Anything of that many abnormal occurrences that regular logic cannot hope to pin down in any form of explanation, it's a spiritual thing to me.
Absolutely. So with him being around and there's this chaos and confusion and stuff that he is bringing to the table, is there at any point to where you felt afraid?
I I I felt worried at one point about all of this. And that's because I felt like with how things were escalating at the time before I learned about all of this, I was worried that things would escalate and that I'd be forced into a position where I was being bullied by someone again,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm an adult.
Absolutely. So he brought about triggers that you've had in the past with bullying.
Yes.
Okay, that definitely makes a lot of sense. So when you and your stepfather separated from the Solar situation to where he was
Mhm.
gone with your mom and you were at home with your stepfather, when the police came in over there, who do you think sent them?
To me, I think the person who let's see. To me, I think I heard it like through live. Uh Solar was I think Solar was the one who um I I don't want to say this is confirmed because this is just speculation at this point. But I think my mom was the one who definitely called. My mom was definitely the one who called the police. But I think it might have been. But I think it might have been brought about through Solar's coercion.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. So when all is said and done, you are good, you are safe, and you are with your stepfather, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, is there any closing remarks that you have? I appreciate you so much for reaching out to me and wanting to come on the show and speak out for your mom. I think that that's great. And I think that she would appreciate the people knowing that you are in full support of her.
Indeed. Uh, I guess I can give this closing remark. I thank you everyone who's listening to me talk and willing to give the open word. And if you can, please spread what I've said out. This this is something because there are many speculative rumors that have been going around here and there, thinking about what's going on with mom or what's been happening over the time. But those people are going off of conclusions that they have made and running with it. That's not the right way to approach this. Much like those articles that tried to claim that Subway's tuna isn't tuna or fish, the truth is a lot more nuanced than what your conclusions are. And to run with it is going to perpetuate false narratives that are going to end up confusing more people than actually having the truth flow out. Spread what I say to other people
Absolutely.
and let them find out the truth for themselves. Don't just go with conclusions made by other people. Find the truth for yourself and put it out there. I believe and I'm willing to believe in people willing to do the right thing in these times that seem absolutely hectic across the mainstream. And I guess I'm and I guess dang it, I'm so selfless. I'm so selfless I can't even do a shameless plug.
Oh wow. I'm so impressed by you.
Yeah, as I guess. And as I guess as of the moment, don't exactly have a actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go through with it.
It's okay. It is just fine. Well, again, I want to thank you for coming onto my platform and sticking up for your mom. You are an amazing soul. You're very special, and your mother is so blessed to have someone like you in her life. I mean, I could talk to you all day. I literally could, and
Yeah.
just pick your brain because, again, you are a very amazing person. And again, I don't want the narrative to go around of people, like you said, going around with just an ill will about your mother. And your mother and you have had a sordid past and whatnot, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you are in support of her. You are in her life. She is in your life. You love her, and you have the right to love your mother. You have the right to defend your mother. Don't let anybody make you feel any other way. Stay selfless. Stay just this amazing glowing person that you are. Don't change.
All right.
All right, you have a good day, and let your God or your Godfather.
Once again, you are hearing spirituality. You just had Jaguar Wright at a baptism, leaving the industry, running back to God. A few days before this incident, she went to a baptism. The son says she seen her dead son coming out the water. They dealing with a lot of spiritual stuff. She's in a lot of different realms, right? Now she go and meet the devil, allegedly, or the demon, allegedly, right? From what they saying. And he cast spells upon her just coming from dealing at a Baptist church or a baptism or anything. You're on the side of the good, and now you got this demon in your ear, and you're already running from the industry evils, going to the good, and now you back to with the evils, the demons, and you hear them saying witches chanting and all this stuff going on. And you seen in the video right here where he's saying to her, no bad voodoo, no bad voodoo. Like he's talking crazy. Like, hold on, let me show y'all. And this nigga knew her for 3 days. Somehow, I love you. I love you. Let me go back to the video when she's possessed over here. She's on this man, y'all. She threw her son ashes on man. Oh, that ain't it. This is when you go and see the demon.
can't even drive. I can drive.
No, don't drive.
I'm driving.
Drive into the car and we just park and talk. Please.
On my dead son. On my dead son.
Please, I know you want to
On my
drive.
dead son. On my dead son. On my dead son. On my son.
Here's where y'all gonna see the demon right here. Look what she do with the ashes, y'all. Watch what she do with the ashes. There's her son's ashes. Watch what she do.
My son.
They're God's
They're
people.
all dead.
No,
They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me. Look at me. Life and love only. No bad juju. No bad voodoo. You love them.
Fuck you all.
You love them.
Fuck you all.
Stop.
You're dead.
Somebody said he blew some powder in her face or some smoke. He did, yo. He did. When after she rubbed the ashes on her face, look at him. He go in his pocket and get some, or he go get some, and then he blow it right on her. No black voodoo. You see the smoke. The nigga say he blow some smoke on her, and he like no voodoo, like you put a spell on something. You see the smoke, bro. You see it. Yo. And then that's what she was like, watch.
You love them.
You can't even drive. I can drive.
No, don't drive.
I'm driving.
Drive into the car and we just park and talk. Please.
On my dead son. On my dead son.
Please, I know you want to
On my
drive.
dead son. On my dead son. On my dead son. On my son.
Here's where y'all gonna see the demon right here. Look what she do with the ashes, y'all. Watch what she do with the ashes. There's her son's ashes. Watch what she do.
My
They're
son.
God's
They're
people.
all dead.
No,
They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me. Look at me.
Dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me. Look at me. Life and love only. No bad juju. No.
Where y'all gonna see the demon right here. Look what she do with the ashes, y'all. Watch what she do with the ashes. There's her son's ashes. Watch what she do.
My
They're
son.
God's
They're
people.
all dead.
No,
They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me.
Yo, bro, look, you see how, like, yo, That woman is possessed right there. Yo, now watch right here. You gonna blow something in her face.
Look at me. Life and love.
You saw that? You saw that? And look how she go out. Look how she go out. Look, y'all gonna see the demon right here. Look what she do with the ashes, y'all. Watch what she do with the ashes. This is her son's ashes. Watch what she do.
They're God's
They're
people.
all dead.
Know that.
They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me. Look at me. Life and love. Only. No bad juju. No bad voodoo. You love them.
Fuck you all.
You love them.
Fuck you all.
Stop.
You're dead.
You love them.
You're dead.
They've had your back for a long time.
No, they haven't. They never had
They
my
don't
back.
know what's going on.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to protect you.
They never had my back. Nobody up.
Listen to me.
I got my back. Get in the fucking car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car. I'm gonna show these niggas what Helter Skelter is.
I love you, Jag. I have to tell you the truth.
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to protect you.
They never had my back. Nobody up.
Listen to me.
I got my back. Get in the fucking car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car. I'm gonna show these niggas what Helter.
Listen to me.
I got my back. Get in the fucking car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car. I'm gonna show these niggas what Helter. I got my back. Get in the fucking car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the fucking car. I'm gonna show these niggas what Helter Skelter is.
I love you, Jag. I have to tell you the truth.
Do you got your phone?
No.
Do you got your phone?
No.
Yeah, I know you heard her voice change. Like, you can't make this up to say, oh, y'all talking that she's acting. Okay. Okay. You ain't never see The Exorcist, did you? You might want to go watch that tonight. Some of y'all punk asses probably too scared to go watch The Exorcist. But as you can see, and as you heard from the husband and the son, that this is some spiritual stuff, and they mom and wife was possessed by something. And you hear this dude, who you ever seen in your life where somebody's upset and somebody say, no bad voodoo, no bad juju, no, what the fuck is juju anyway? Only juju I know is Cameron X. That's the only juju I know is Cameron X. Talking about no bad juju, you know, and then you digging for something, and then you blow some on her, and she go, like, bro, y'all better watch the people y'all keeping y'all company, man. I mean, just real talk. You got to be careful of the people in your company, man. It's people out here, like this guy, he probably desperate. He fucking ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. So of course he will go to Lucifer because God clearly ain't giving him what he want, right? So niggas want to know how to sell their soul. They want to be rich. They don't care. If Jay-Z told everybody, he came out right now and said, y'all want to know how I got all this shit? I was secretly sucking Vienna sausages. And that's how I got rich. You know, there are going to be people like, yo, Jay, where you get them sausages from? I'm going to get rich too, Jay. I promise you. Everybody's not going to be like, yo, nigga, I ain't selling my soul. You crazy? It's going to be people that's going to be like, yo, Jay, where do I sign up? Like, I could be rich like you. I could get what you have. I don't care what I got to do. They will do it. This is why you got other people in the industry that's down with the ish. Whether y'all choose to believe it or not. Some of y'all think, oh, hey, they just successful. Fine. Okay. Some don't think that there's evil, but there's only good. I ain't here to convince nobody or nothing. All I can do is tell you, and you can just take the jewels and the information that you feel that applies to you and take it. Or you could just dismiss it as, yo, this thing of choke be bugging. Either way, I don't care. I know spiritually where I'm at and mentally and intellectually where I'm at. And I'm cool with it. I ain't here to convince nobody or nothing. Straight like that. But it's more to talk about with all this. But I know y'all some of y'all gotta get to work in the morning. And I don't want to keep y'all kids up past y'all bedtime. You know? But life with success, that's what it is, kid. No joke, you already know. Moderator his squad. Appreciate y'all. And thanks for being respectful to her son. Appreciate that, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Beat on the drums.
Choke, no joke on the mic. Life with success. Is this what it is? Let's go. Life with success. Is this what it is? Paparazzi running around flashing your kids, trying to catch them with a blunt or a cig, hoping that they fall in some type of addiction. Baby mama hitting you with numbers like addition. She's so high, you feel like she pimping. It's alright, bitch. Yeah, I'm tripping, but it's better than the fucking max I'm spitting. You can have every time before you see this Jimmy again. If life was a movie, you'd be going in a win. And this flow ain't conceptualized off gin and tonic. But how ironic, you foul once a nigga went and got it poppin'. I guess that's why you pushed up when I was Milano hopping. Out at high school, fresh with jewels, looking successful as I do. I made you a star in the hood, kept you in leathers and bamboos. Fresh footwear, girl, I kept you good. Every color to match, your butter sauce, moved you to edge comb. From the concourse, left mom house living better off. Now you write that shit all off. Like taxes, make me wanna remove your parts with chainsaw and axes. I need to roll up and get back to relaxing. Is this what it is? Life with success, huh? Is this what it is? Chicks you took care of, motherfuckers you looked out for. Everybody turn on you, got their motherfucking hand out. Is this what it is?
Life with success, sometimes it sucks. When people want something's when they call up.
Yeah.
People wanna hang, cause you got a new truck.
Let's go.
Now you hang with chicks that you dreamed you fuck.
Haters want you stuck, chicks trying to get knocked up. Cake in the oven and eat your cake up. Chick, get your own and raise our stakes up. The more you get, yo, the shit get iller. So I might go from the glove one and turn to thriller. Saw dealers get extorted by Popo when they needed a filler. And the shit get realer. They wanna clap back but sit back and be a griller. Or be on the manhunt like Larry Davis. That's on the realer. Success have a lot of dudes on painkillers or puffing that fuzzy like caterpillars. It ain't easy to deal with. Life with success, huh? Is this what it is? Life with success. Is this what it is? Choke, no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is? I love that cooch. Yeah. It's an A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got morning wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Suge Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Suge Sprite. I love her. Up my nuts when I wake up. Got morning wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Suge Sprite. I love her.
Choke no joke. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Once again, good night. If you didn't like, please like now. If you didn't